Hello, Iggy Wadadwa here again. With everything going on nowadays, I think we need to know the true story of the United States. It was founded on genocide, built on slavery, and is perpetuated by ignorance, aka the mother and father of racism. Before colonization occurred, boats came here with the intention of spreading disease to kill millions of the inhabitants to make them easier to conquer. This was done by a second wave of Europeans. The first wave of Vikings assimilated into native culture to create the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, or people of the Longhouse, which is a Viking home. Those to me were the original Americans. Their form of government, from the integrated culture, is the three-body government that we copied and did not give them credit for. They had the chief of chiefs or president, council of chiefs or Congress, and female elder council or Supreme Court. The colonizers have continually lied, cheated, and murdered indigenous people to create our exploitative culture. Now they are doing it to everyone as billionaires continue to get richer and the rest of us are left to survive on pennies or a life of crime that often involves selling one's body or for prostitution or selling drugs. Some of our largest companies are drug companies, though, and we sell everything with sex. So I don't know, what the big deal is, other than control. Some of our drug companies are so ubiquitous that we give them to our kids and don't think anything of it. Like, caffeine is a drug. Coca-Cola and Pepsi are drug companies. Tobacco was the first drug they used and started with. That's what our country was founded on. Our country's always been selling vice and pawning it off as virtue. The lies are killing us. We need to be honest and live up to the things the forefathers wrote but never acted on. They wrote all men are created equal while owning slaves, for Christ's sakes. They said, send us your poor huddled masses that yearn to be free, and we gave them rifles and had them fight in our wars. Death was not the freedom they were looking for. They were looking for the land of opportunity. That is what we need to create. We need to change our technology from warfare into technology for livingry, like Buckminster Fuller suggested. I want to change the whole country by building a new society that makes the old one obsolete. I want to honor us as the beautiful individuals that we are. It is our differences that make us the same, in my opinion. We are equal in that we are all born from the union of a man and a woman and their untold ancestors that survived the harshness of this world to pass on their genes. I like to think of us as flowers, and I want to make America a vase instead of a melting pot. A melting pot boils everyone down to the same mush. I don't want us to be the same. I honor you as the human being, spelled Hue-man, being, not a human doing. I love that we come in all kinds of shades and sizes and think all kinds of different things. I was raised, as many Americans were, with the idea that our whiteness makes us better. It separates and elevates us above other quote-unquote races. But if there's really only one race, and science explains that. If we were different races, the children we had together would not be able to have children. A mule, or the offspring of a horse and a donkey, can't make more mules. Also, if you know science, white light is all colors, not the absence of color, or separate from other colors, like racism would have you believe. We are human beings, and I spell human H-U-E, then man, because we are all slightly different shades in my opinion, but regardless, our being is what gives us value, not our doings. Those of us that are able to do more should, in order to protect those that have different purposes and not exploit them for our gain. I want to start a human confederacy and require everyone to make their own Confederate flag with their own colors and symbols. And that would be part of the requirement to join the new political party I want to create called Friars, which stands for Fellowship of Radically Independent Anti-Racists. Here's my flag. Sorry. As you can see, all the symbols are religious, but the colors stand for night and day, and the water and the land. But you can put whatever you want on your flag. Like, it's your flag. It's supposed to describe you. My life has been a spiritual journey to get to this point, and I would just like to pray the way I pray, to make this happen. That good will conquer evil, love will conquer hate. Manaz, in Lakesh, Namaste, Ubuntu, love. A little love goes a long way.